Hello everybody! Today we're going to see how I draw the Clone Trooper Phase 2. Okay, pencils first and then Sharpies. So if you don't want to watch the pencil portion of the video where I sketch the entire thing out, look in the description and you'll find a link that you can click on that will take you to the Sharpie portion of the video. I'll even include one for color. But for those of you that are going to stick around, I'm going to start off with a quick sketch for myself, then get us going. Ooh, that was well, there you go. I guess that's the center of the head. That was a very sharp line. Yeah, so basically I just got to sketch this out real fast. I know the pose I'm going to put him in. Kind of a heroic hero stance. You know, nothing too crazy. But just got to draw it out real fast. And normally, let's see, let's put this hand out here. Normally I don't draw weapons. I don't draw guns, because I just don't like to promote violence. So I normally don't, but for some reason I don't have a problem. Well, no, not for some reason. I don't have a problem with space guns because they're not real, you know? They're not as life-threatening, I guess. So those I'll draw. So I'll go ahead and draw his blaster. So yeah, just giving you a heads up that, you know, this one will have a blaster, and we'll go from there. Okay, so that's pretty quick, pretty simple. I just need to add some detail now because the sketch came out pretty good. Came out pretty easily, flowed pretty well. But yeah, it's swell. You can say it's swell. It's awesome because it's Clone Trooper, right? Let's see. So I'm going to get on a rant. Usually I don't think anybody watches the sketch part, so I'm just going to rant here. I've been watching the Clone Wars. And it's so far, by the time you watch this, the season's probably over, because I do these ahead of time, and I don't know when I'm actually going to release them. I just kind of put some in my pocket, get ready, and then start planning on when they're going to go. But so far, it's very clone heavy. It's very, you know, it's about the clones, you know. And I think the reason they're doing that is because that's what they had ready. Like, that's part of the footage they had. And so they're just building off that. But, I mean, again, I get it. It's the Clone Wars, sure, so we'll see about clones. But the commercials kind of showed more of other characters, not just the clone troopers. So, I don't know. I guess I was ready for more other characters, you know? So, I'm not going to complain. I try not to complain about any Star Wars, because while they're not all fantastic, I do appreciate having them. And so I like, you know, all the Star Wars. I'm trying to find a good picture of the mask, so I make sure I get that right. Okay. So yeah, so I try not to complain, but like I said, I guess I was expecting something else. And I'm sure it'll go there eventually. But yeah, that's my 2 cents. That it's very clone heavy so far. Okay, so now I just got to add some details real quick. Make sure I get it right, because this was actually a request. Someone said, hey, draw Clone Trooper Phase 2. And I kind of want to make sure I get all the details right. To get it right for them. I usually have stuff planned, and I'll try to do requests. I'll try to do them, but because, like I said, I'm doing so many and trying to get ready ahead of time, because, I mean, think about it. I do one a day. So I have to plan them early and get them done in time. So, oops, I see a place I can improve. So requests, unfortunately, you know, they come super late because I'm working on so many different things at once, trying to get them to you. So anyway, yeah, I wanted to get this right, basically. I think that looks about right. Okay. Okay, so let me just add some extra detail here real fast. Alright, all I have to worry about is the back of the hand. And then the digits are going to kind of disappear with color because they're black. But that's okay. Okay, it looks good. Let me add some detail over on this side real fast. Okay, looking good. How's yours coming out? Are you drawing too? Awesome. Okay, so let me look real fast. Okay, so you always use a prop. You know, look at your hand. Use something. This is a drill. Okay, like that, like that, like that. Gotcha. Okay, so I'm gonna draw the handle like this. I'm gonna be over. Like this. Fingers. There we go. Again, a lot of it's gonna get lost with the black glove, so I'm not too worried about it. Especially if it's a black glove holding a black gun, right? I mean, it's gonna disappear pretty easily. I'm trying to find a good picture of that gun. I'm probably gonna have to make it up because I don't really see one. Nope. Okay, we're gonna make it up. Okay. Alright, it's gonna come back here like this. We're gonna follow that design like that. There's the trigger. And I guess that's also why I don't have a problem with space guns, is because, again, I'm pretty much making it up, you know? And yeah, I may not even be right for all I know. Alright, that ought to work. Okay. So I think that's pretty good. I've got enough of the detail down that I know where things are going to go, and then I'll add extras as we're going. So let's do that. Let's get going. I'm going to erase the sketch lines, and what's left are going to be the darker confident lines. And that's what we're going to go over. And I want it to be lighter than the Sharpie. If you're working with pencil, you keep going. You just get darker. I'm about to get super dark with the Sharpie. Okay. Okay, I think that's good enough. It's disappeared enough that I won't see it, but I can see enough that I can use it. Alright, so welcome, skippers. Welcome to the Sharpie portion of the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe because I do a drawing every day. You can join along and have some fun. I'm going to be using a Sharpie fine point and a Sharpie pen, mostly the fine point, but the pen's a little finer than the fine point and can find the things that the fine point can't quite find. So I've sketched the entire thing out. I've erased the lighter images. What's left is a little hint of a ghost of an image that is not going to show over the Sharpie, but it's going to give me enough of a guide to trace over and follow my drawing. So let me find a good picture of the mask real fast. Yeah, that'll work. So there we go. So I'm going to start off with the finer Sharpie pen just to control the line widths much better, because this Sharpie is super thick. It's cool, but it can't control the lines. So I'm just going to go ahead and get going. Okay. So I'm going to draw the hood, the eyes, and then build my way out. So I'm just going to come around like this. That looks pretty good. I'm going to come down. Let's see. You know what I want to do? I want to make sure I get the look of the eyes right. So I'm going to do this and make sure that I come back like this. Loop it back around like that. That's what I wanted to make sure, because I know it's got a certain look to it. So I want to make sure I get it right. There we go. Because I had it super round, almost like round like the original, not the original, the troopers from A New Hope. And I know it's a little different than that. Alright. There we go. That'll work. It's going to be colored in anyway, so I just want to make sure that I had it spaced correctly. So, now that I have that, I'm going to draw the band that goes around his head. Something like this. And go ahead and thicken that up a little bit because I know that's going to be solid black too. There we go. And I'm going to build out to the mouth and the little breathing apparatus. That. Oops. Our first mistake. Didn't quite go the way I wanted, but that's okay. I can fix it. Okay, and I'm going to do another layer underneath because we've got to make it look like a mouth. Like that. That'll work. And so now I'm just going to build off of this. So I'm going to go ahead and go around and draw the I don't know what you would call it, the breathing apparatus. And again, I'm going to start to, not again, it's the first time I said it, I'm going to start to thicken it up because when I switch over to this Sharpie, it's super thick and I kind of want it to match what's about to happen. Okay, there we go. So now I can draw the little circles in there. And then the centerpiece. Just something like that. And it's connected. There's lines through there, but I kind of want to do that with color. I don't want to emphasize those. Or do I? Yeah, let's do it. Let's emphasize it. Just little lines like that. Little line like that. There we go. And then the inside we'll go ahead and do like this just to give it some depth. There we go. Okay, so let's build off of this now. So I'm going to build the side of the head to the other part of this. So I'm going to come down, come around like that. There we go. And again, I'm thickening it up just a little bit. Same thing over here. But this side, I do have the head slightly turned, so this side you can see a little bit more. Like you're going to see the ear piece like this, but it's covered up by the head because of the way I have him turned, right? But this side you're going to see a little bit more, and I'll put some detail in here in a second, but I want to do it at the same time. This side you're going to see a little bit more, so I'm going to go ahead and draw the, let's see, we'll loop it like that just a little bit, just to show that it is more than just a flat side like this one. You can actually see more of the roundness of it, okay? Then that's going to come down flat like that, which is that. But again, because it's tilted, you can only see the backside of my hand. You know, you can't see the backside of this hand. So that's kind of the idea we're going for. Okay, so now I'm going to draw like we did there. We're going to draw the loop of the mask like that. And it gives it that distinct shape. And I'll go ahead and loop that off too, that edge. And so now I'm going to add what I was talking about here, the little like cheekbones. That's the best way to describe it. Come down here, come in, come out like that, come out like that, and we're going to do one of these like that. That'll emphasize the roundness of there, and we'll put those blue in there with the color, but those little, you know, liney stripes, and we'll do it like that. Okay, so let's, okay, so the helmet's going to come out like this. Ooh, I need to close that off, huh? There we go, because we want that indented just a little bit. Can't quite see it on this side, but we'll do that just to do that accent. Okay, so now I'm going to draw the, we're running out of time. I'm going to draw the top of the helmet to the little spiky head. Not spiky head, mohawk. That's what I was looking for. And then I'm going to add to the top for the mohawk, come down, loop it like that. Now again, or the big Sharpie, I'm going to start to thicken it up. And also it's going to be a nice little emphasis on this. Okay, I don't want to draw the edge of it because I want it blended into the helmet. Alright. Okay, so now I'm going to switch over to the other Sharpie. Good to go. And start drawing the rest of the body. So, we're going to draw basically the chest first and build our way out because that's going to be in front. I'm going to draw the edge of the armor like this. This one's covered up by the shoulder here. So, I'll go ahead and draw that shoulder too. So, that'll help me to determine what's underneath it. Okay, so I could draw the armpit like this. Draw the other side over here like this. And down. And it's going to have the chest piece there. So, we're just going to come out. And this one's going to be the back, like this. And before I draw the bottom of it, I want to draw the belt. So some things are reliant on other things, so we can only draw so much before we have to draw something else because of the way that it's designed. Okay, so now I'm going to give it just that little subtle layer of raised armor. Like that. Okay. And so, again, I'm going to draw the belt pieces first. Like this. Okay. And I'm going to go ahead and give them just a little bit of 3D. It's hard to with these big fat Sharpies. But I want that raised. Oops, shouldn't have done that, but I can fix that. I can fix that. That raised level to it. Okay, so now that that's done, I can come under here with the armor. Come under like that. Bring that in. And I'll go ahead and draw that other layer I was talking about. So, this is going to come up like this. Like that. So there you go. See, that's why I wanted that over that edge. That's why I wanted to do that first. Okay? Let's go ahead and fix this. That's bugging me. I'm going to draw just another pocket like that. We'll draw, the other parts of the belt like that. That's what that's going to be. You know what? Since we're here, let's go ahead and do it. Let's just finish it up and add that extra part. Okay. There you go. Let's just going to add some extra armor detail like that. There we go. There's dots and stuff in there, but I'll do that with color. I'm not worried about it right now. Okay, so now let's draw this arm and that arm. So I'm going to draw the armor up like that because his arm is a little up. Then his other pieces are going to be underneath this. It's going to come in, and we're going to draw the elbow piece like this. Connect right there where his arm is, where his actual arm is. And then his arm's going to come up here again. We're going to draw the armor like that, and it's got subtle levels to it, so we'll just do something like that. We can't do too much. Okay, so I talked about this in the sketch that it's basically going to be the hand is black, the armor is black, or the blaster is black, so some of it's going to disappear. So we're just going to draw a hand like this, thumb over the fingers. The pistol handle's coming down like this. His other fingers are wrapped around it like that. I can go ahead and add some detail, but again, once I add this color, it's all going to disappear anyway. So I'm not too worried about it. Okay. Let's see, his trigger finger is going to be on the trigger like that. We'll go ahead and draw the trigger in there like that. And then draw the top of the gun. So, I couldn't really see it, so I'm just kind of making it up. So forgive me if it's not 100% accurate. But again, this is going to get covered up with color. So I'm not too worried about it. But since it's a space gun, I'll go ahead and add a little bit of detail, a little bit of what I can see what I can create. Okay. I'll go ahead and add something. Something, right? But again, a lot of this is going to disappear with color. With black. Because it's such a black space gun. Okay, so something like that. There we go. Alright, so same thing. I'm going to draw this one over here. Again, this piece is on his arm, but under that one just a little bit. His bicep piece, I guess is what you would call it. So again, there's, you know, this is material, and you would see creases and folds, but that's all going to get covered up with color. So I'll do it just to show that there's material there, you know, but like I said, once we do it black, it's going to disappear anyway. So same thing, we're just going to draw the elbow piece like that into this armor. There we go. And this hand is going to be kind of up like that, so to speak, but you're not going to see much because of the handpiece. And again, we'll just add some subtle armor edges and just draw like the fingers now. So I'm going to draw the thumb like this. One finger like that. The other one here, and the other ones are kind of, oops, disappearing behind it. You know, there's not much I can really do there with a glove, with a black glove especially. So it'll kind of disappear. Just wanted to smooth those things out. So there you go. All right, so now we're just going to draw his pants, I guess is what we're going to call them. I'm going to come down here. Like that. Again, subtle edges to it because it is raised. It's not just a flat piece of armor. Okay, and same thing with his armor for his legs. There is a line going down. I don't think I'm going to do it with the pen. I'm going to let color take care of it because it's cool and it's armor. Ooh, I should do this side. This leg is in front of that one. It's cool because it's armor, but again, it's subtle, and I think color would make it look much better if we did it that way. Okay, that's where his knee piece is going to be. That will do, because there is like a center piece that's above, that's raised, you know. There we go. I wanted to draw that part first because that's in front of this leg like that. You see what I'm saying? Subtle. Subtle. There's his hip. Okay. And we'll do this one over here too. So we're going to do this one from the side. Like that. I'm just jumping back and forth between Sharpies here. There we go. Now that I have that edge, I can finish up this leg. Like that. Material. Material. Armor. Okay. So pretty simple like this. There is like this buckle type thing that's over. It's a design element is really what it is. And the shoe. Stormtrooper shoe. Like that. Again, there's not too much we can really do as far as detail. Alright, again, there's a line down the middle. I want to draw it so bad. I want to, but again, color. Let's do it with color. Just hang on. We're almost there. Okay, so now we're going to do this one over here. Like that. Draw that little overage. And then we're going to draw the shoe. That. Some subtle detail. Just like we did there. It's going to kind of come down. Alright, so there you go. I say we take care of the rest with color. So that is a Clone Trooper Phase 2.
So here is my colored version. You could do it however you like. I just thought I'd show you how I decided to color it. If you'd like to color it like this, you can always pause the video here and use the coloring techniques that I used, or you can just make it your own. Remember, this is how I draw. You draw how you draw. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more adventures of how I draw. Plus, don't forget to hit that notification button to be updated about each new video.